Hey everybody, welcome to another Fallout Hobbies live stream. As always, Jules is here.
What's up, guys?
So last week I was working on this ZGOC and I got a lot done since last week. So there's the battery in the head where the light works. Let me see if I can turn that on right now. Hey everybody. There we go. So the light's on this guy. And I did the rest of the assembly, and I did some decaling, and I added a little bit of some detail paint to a few sections, like these stripes on the arms here. So today we're going to finish him off with some weathering and an extra little bit of battle damage. Right now he's drying. I mixed up an oil wash with a little bit of white mineral spirits, which is not white anymore because there's paint in here now. A little bit of white mineral spirits, and a couple of different oil paint colors. I just kind of put it all together until I got like a decent wash coat, and then brushed the guy down with it. So he's been drying, and I'm going to start the process of moving the wash around and cleaning up the wash a little bit. I'm just doing this very lightly right now. Still needs to dry a little bit more. I'm just kind of blotting out the big sections here. It's got a little white mineral spirits on there. On this. Here we go. That's looking good. So one of the things I probably forgot to mention was after I did the decaling on this figure, I did a couple of clear coats on him because I didn't want the oil paints or the white mineral spirits to mess them up, mess the decals up.
Chris Spade says, love the LEDs in the model.
Thanks, man. One of the things that you need to try to do when you're working on something like this is you want to establish a sense of scale, and you need a purpose for the weathering. Like, what would rust do? What would water do on the surface of something? So what I'm doing is pulling down with the Q-tip to create like streaks and lines in it to look as if it's like, rainwater and stuff like that that has fallen. See, it's starting to get a little streaky looking. I have a little mix over here on a tray, which is some of this brown if I'm trying to add a few more streaks there. Tighten that up with the Q-tip. There it is.
Alan says hello.
Hey, Alan. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday. It's pretty miserable over here. The dreariness. There we go. Oh. See, I'm destroying these Q-tips. That's why I keep getting new ones every couple minutes.
Chris is asking, before applying the oil wash, what do you do to seal a model or miniature?
Just a lot of clear coat. I usually use a spray clear coat like Krylon matte varnish is pretty good. You just want to make sure that it's thoroughly clear coated. I usually do about 2 sprays of Krylon matte varnish, and that pretty much does the trick.
What model is this? Alan is asking.
Oh, this is the
RG.
ZGOC. Yeah, it's the RG ZGOC kit. Oh, see, there's a little bit right there. All right. It's a little wobbly. I've been moving him a lot, so it's a little wobbly here. I'm going to get another lid here. And I'm going to mix up just a dash of this burnt umber, which is pretty dark, with a little bit of black. Your brushes you're going to want to keep separate from your acrylic brushes, by the way. Make sure you have separate brushes for any oil painting stuff so that they don't get cross-contaminated. Actually, I'm going to find a tinier brush for that. Alright, I just mixed up like an oil streak here.
Chris is saying, do you seal again between coats of weathering or just at the end? Alan says, cool. Was meant to finishing off my Rampager night. Instead, I decided to tune into you guys. Nice.
Thanks, man. Sorry we're not more energetic. It's been kind of a dreary and tiring day. Question, do I seal in between weathering? If it's like a lot of weathering, I might, but usually I don't. I'm not going to in this circumstance. I'm doing like the oil streaks on the arms here. I'm going to do some oil streaks in some other areas of the body. And then I'm probably going to do a little bit of paint chipping, and that's pretty much going to be it. I don't feel the need to clear coat in between that, so no, not in this case. If I was doing a bigger model, I might, just so that I kind of seal everything in and make sure that no damage can be done to the weathering that I did before. But with a small model, I don't. See, the oil streaks might look a little strong when you initially apply them, but you can smooth them out there. Okay, see how it's kind of blending there? There we go. We definitely need to add some to the back of the legs here. Hands getting a little numb. Alright, we're almost there with the weathering. Just want to add a few more streaks here. Let's let this guy dry for a little bit. Excuse me. We're gonna move on to the next step of weathering, which is close to the final. What time do we have?
It's 2:05.
Okay. This might be a shorter video today, just FYI. There's only so much I can do. What I'm going to do now is I have a foam brush, and I am going to find a good dark brown color that I usually have on hand. Here we go. I'm going to do a little bit of subtle paint chipping. Now you can do this with any bit of foam that you get like in packaging and stuff like that, like for minis is a good one. Like a small density foam is what I'm talking about. So if you can see what I'm doing here, I took a dark brown paint and I'm just basically adding some chipped paint areas, following the edges. There we go. Not trying to go overboard, just trying to just hit a couple edges, make it look a little chipped. There we go. Especially like along crevices where there's armor panel separation, like right here, or areas that are like high impact. That's a little bit heavy right there. Dial that down. I'm going to actually take this piece off so I can get around here without smudging the glass. this? Oh, because it goes on that one. There we go. Big fancy knee pads would definitely need some chipping on them.
Alan's asking, what is that tool you're using that makes chipping so much easier than using a normal sponge?
Well, this is actually a tool from one of our competitors, Green Stuff World. We tried to have a relationship with them, but they said no because they make products that are too similar to us.
Yeah, that was funny.
But I do still like this brush.
That's kind of the point of cross promotion.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were trying to cross promote with them, but whatever. If they want to be like that, that's fine.
But they do have cute little sponge brushes.
The sponge brushes are cute. You can also make these on your own. They're not hard to make. It's just literally a plastic tube with a sponge shoved in it. So, and it's the same type of sponging that comes with packaging for like metal miniatures and stuff like that. Like the old GW packages used to have this stuff all through it. Just trying to get a little bit in each one of these cracks. Not a lot. Like I said, I'm not trying to go over.
Alan says cool.
Alright. That paint chipping is pretty much done. I'm going to show one last thing, and then I'm going to be ending the video a little bit early today. Let me get out the right brush for this technique. So, this is something that it seems that only I do. I've never seen anyone else do this. But I like to add some subtle metal chrome like chipping here and there. The reason being, I like it to look like there's like some fresh chips. I use chrome paint and I just kind of like lightly hit the edges in a very sporadic pattern. I'm not going heavy here. But I just want to start making it look like there's a little bit of more recent metal on metal grinding. See, like that. Right there. It's not a lot. It's very easy to overkill this too. Very easy. See, just a little bit around the edges. Just to make it look like something grinded there. I mean, keep in mind, these things are gigantic. So their paint job might not be fresh all the time. There's not a lot of brush paint on this brush. Does anyone have any questions before I sign off on the video? I think I'm going to sign off momentarily.
But the weathering does look really cool.
Thank you. There we go. So basically at this point, I would just kind of continue with doing a little bit of the chrome around the figure, which I'm going to do for... Okay. Excuse me, I'm so tired.
It's all the rain.
Mm-hmm. I'm basically going to continue the metal chipping around the figure, and I might come back in there with a little bit of like more of an orange rust wash and maybe add just a couple streaks. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure on that one yet. And then when it's all said and done, I'll give it a good clear coat. I'll mask the window piece, obviously, though, because clear coat screws up clear plastic. But other than that, I'll just mask the window piece and then give it a good clear coat, and it'll be done. And then I'll take some nice photos of it and post it up on the Fallout Hobbies pages. But anyway, thanks for checking in today. And next week, I do have intentions to start up this guy who just came in the shop. So that should be fun. So that's going to be next week's video. I'm going to prep that guy over the week and do it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.